Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at Lignitzer's first play with the sword and buckler. I've gone through Lignitzer before, but the last time I went through it, I was primarily interested in taking his sword and buckler plays and applying them to shield. This time around, I'm going to be focusing on the buckler. Okay. Now I'm coming at this from the perspective of somebody that's already been fighting for some 15 plus years. Okay. And I fight, within a couple of different organizations on the different rule sets, different weapon simulators. So I'm coming into this with a lot of fighting experience, and the significance of that is that, the most of the fighting manuals that were written, they were intended for people that already know how to fight. Okay, the masters don't tell us things like how to cut or how to step, or how to stay balanced. How to prepare, how to power a blow. They don't talk about power generation. They don't talk about any of that stuff because they assume that you already know it, that you've already been sparring, that you already have a concept of fighting. Okay, so that's why I think it makes a lot of sense for somebody like me to approach this from the perspective of, somebody that already knows how to fight and has been fighting, as opposed to somebody that's looking at this, academically from the perspective, okay, let's look at this and try and figure out how medieval people fought. Okay, my perspective is I already know how to fight. I'm going to look at this for some clues as to, how I might be able to fight better. Okay, which is the way I think that these historical manuals were intended to be used. Okay, so with Lignitzer, in his first play, he tells us that basically we're going to come in, we keep our thumb close to the buckler, okay, we thrust, we wind. Basically by winding, we're putting our strong on the weak, okay, and then he tells us that we're going to snap over. He doesn't tell us which side to snap over to, he just tells us that we're going to snap over, and to me that's an invitation to do it to either side depending on what our opponent presents us. Okay, so if I see an opening on the right side, okay, what I'm going to do is I'll flip my hand over here and go to the right. Okay, if I'm in the same position, right, where I come in and I see an opening on the left side, I'll snap over to the left side. Okay, so I can go right or left, and he specifically tells us in the play that do this on, you can do this on both sides. So this is what I believe that he meant, and it makes all the sense in the world, because to me as a fighter, I want the flexibility to be able to go left or right, or low for that matter. Because when he says snap over, okay, so we come in, we do our thrust, okay, I do my snap over, but I can drop it low. Okay, so I'm doing the snap over, right? I'm lifting my arm up. I'm basically telegraphing to this person that I'm about to attack high over here, right? And then from there, I just go below the buckler. Okay, I have control of my opponent's weapon on my blade, on my buckler, so I'm able to free. Now, if I feel that I don't have good control, that he might slip off, I probably won't go that low. I'll probably want to make my snap over very tight. Okay, so if I feel that I don't have very good control, right? So let's say I come in, I'm here. Okay, I'll probably keep it here, because now you see how when I do that snap over, I'm keeping it really tight over here. Same thing if I go to the other side, come in. Okay, if I feel that I might be losing control, I'll do it tight. Keep my I'll turn it over tight. Okay, rather than go wide. Okay, so I can do that either way. So as an experienced fighter, when I look at this, I'm basically going to read my opponent, and decide what I can do based on what he's on what I'm seeing. Okay, do I have really good control of of his weapon? If I have really good control of his weapon, then I'll probably drop it low. If I don't have good control, I'll probably keep everything up high, in order to basically I'm using the sword to continue to maintain control of his blade, because by snapping over high, I'm keeping my sword between his weapon and my body. Okay, and if I feel that I don't have good control, I'm probably going to keep it on the right side. So I'm probably going to snap over to the right side, so I have control of his weapon. You know, if I feel, you know, like if I see that he's anticipating something on the right side, and you know, maybe he's starting to pull his blade back and his buckler back up high, then at that point I'll flip over to the left. Okay. So again, this is me analyzing Lignitzer's first play from the perspective, you know, of somebody that already knows how to fight, who's been fighting, who has already seen this kind of stuff in, you know, in actual sparring. And you know, so I'm looking at the plays and I say, okay, you know, these are all the things that I can possibly do with this play. So if you guys like this video, share it, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a member of my channel, subscribe. See you guys next time.